Yo, what is good, fellow collectors? Is this thing on? Check, check. Okay, so yeah, I guess we figured it out. So previously, I was using um, this. This is what I was using to make all my videos, which I also wanted to use as my live. But it is what it is. It doesn't look like we could do that. So this looks different, right? So I'd actually have to have the item right in front of me because the way the camera is set up. So eventually, what I'm going to figure out is how to add in a screen and then go from there. But we are live, and as like I said in the videos, the first live we do is going to be the Morna. And see, here's how it gets weird, right? Because I'm not used to this, I'm used to that. But I'm sure there's a way to share this thing. I just got to figure it out. First time. It's all right. But this thing looks really, really good. I'll just keep it in front. And if you don't see me, it doesn't matter. You're not here to see me. You're here to see the product, right? So there's this, there's that, and then obviously you can see the various things that can happen for her. All the legal mumble jumble stuff. But I'm Chief Sir. Welcome to L.O.S.T. Let's open some toys. Here we go. So let's see if we can still do two things at once. Right? Now, I did get this one for my display stuff that I plan on using it on. And this actually might go a lot longer. So we'll see. It's a cool little backdrop, right? I guess. Yeah, it looks okay. We got the box, we don't need that. So this thing, I was listening to this thing. So look, obviously this is my first time doing this on here, right? Live. To my understanding, there is a way to share your screen or share multiple screens, and because I'm using Mac, it might work better. I don't know. I might not need any additional software, I guess is what I'm trying to say. See, here's the great thing about anything, right? In any area or in any expertise or whatever, you start talking the lingo, people start believing you like you know what you're talking about. Right? That's how you get grifters, and that's how you get con artists, and because they know the lingo and they got you. I have, yo man, we're just flying by the seat of our pants, ladies and gentlemen. By the seat of our pants. Fake it till you make it, homie. So there we go, right? There's a real dope. Let's do this, right? That's a really good one. This is one of her heads. It's a screaming head, which looks really good, right? In my opinion, does it look better that way? Or does it look good when... And I think the eyes... So on the side of it, it says that you could move the eyes. But looking at this, right, it is sort of soft. It is sort of ish. The ears are a little sturdy, but they will chip off. Here's another one. This looks a little more calm. All right, so on mine, I'm getting like this little green line that's saying I'm yippee yapping, I'm talking. So hopefully on your end, you're getting the same thing. But at this point, we'll figure it out, right? But this one looks really good. I do like this one. And then we get the third one. Right. So she does come with all of her gear on. She has the so this is very, very soft plastic. Very soft plastic. As far as the this is hard. This is what I'm referring to. Right? Um okay. And here we go, right? Like, hey, yo, you know what you're doing? Nope. No freaking clue. But I do know this. This is one dope figure. Whoa. And then here we go, man. I guess I could take her all apart and do the whole nasty, nasty, but she ain't got no clothes on underneath this. Yeah, you know, they're European. They're free flowing with their body, right? Interesting how that works out. Interesting how that works out. Okay, so this one, this mask is definitely it does well, it does come off, right? But then that's what you have. So it does come off. Look, here we man, I should be extra careful because these are sold out. These are sold out on 5K. Which damn it. All right. So she comes with bare feet. I would imagine this comes off. This this comes off. This comes off. These gauntlets come off. She comes with like flesh hands. She comes with holy cow. She comes with a whole bunch of hands, right? And then that amazing looking sword. But yeah, look at how holy cow. Oh, and it does look like she comes with some type of trousers, pants for you uneducated mofos. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't take offense. Don't take offense. So it looks like when you okay. So let's see if I can do it from the back side. Yeah. So it looks like if you pop this out, this piece right here is connected to this little centerpiece, right? So it looks like that whole thing comes out, and it, sorry. So when you pop that arm out and you pull that out, it's since it's all one whole unit. This is what you have to replace. So you just have like a full flesh, no armor on her. Yeah, so all the armor does come off. Here's where here's where I was talking to you when I was talking to you guys in the previous videos. Right here, right? These. So she feels a little thicker, right? But the snail shell ones, they're very hollow in there. And this connection, very thin, like very thin. You got to be super careful. Um, so yeah, and that's why I'm being careful with this one. The good thing though is like this doesn't feel like you have to take it a bath, right? She's good to go. So I mean, if you want to get her all undressed and everything, that's cool. You could do that, but she has great articulation. Oh, and that's where you start having issues, right? So don't get me wrong, it does, right? I yanked on it because I got gorilla arms, right? But I yanked on it. And it's interesting because it has so it gives us a chance to look in there, right? Oh God, dog it, go in the opposite direction. So you see the peg, right? And then you look at the peg here. So and so you see you have motion, right there. And then you have the motion right there, which is pretty dope. So it is tight. Don't get me wrong. It is tight. And then the interesting thing, it's going to sit on this, right, to create that flesh tone look. So then now you have that, right? But if you take it off, it would be like that. Hold on a minute. Let me see this. Chucha madre, right? So you cap it, and then boom, it's on. So how did I find out that we could go live on YouTube? Well, I actually logged on via a computer. Almost all of my interaction with YouTube has been through iPad and through phone. Like, why would I need to use any other means of logging on? Right, everything I need is right there. At least that was my thought process. But this is clearly evident. Oh, this is interesting. There we go. So you're gonna have to work that. You're gonna have to work that hip socket in. You're going to have to. Man, and she's a 112 scale. So she is, or I'm sorry, 110 scale. So she's really tall, like really tall. But like, you're not here to see me. You're here to see what the hell's going on with this figure, right? So right now I'm just trying to get her to stand. She's not like on some like heel looking things. Right? Look at that. Oh, look how that's super thin. Oh, if this gets really loose, right? Mm, no bueno. Yeah. She's got great articulation. That is pretty good. No waist, but she does. Oh, come on, get in there, snuff in there already. So it's gonna be like that till you pop it back in. And what it is yeah. So you got to get this fixed to where you need it, right? And that's the drawback. I mean, interesting. There you go. Oh, she was in. So in. Now, for some of you, you're not going to want to deal with this. You're going to be like, you know what? That's way too much work. I'm not going to even worry about that. But I mean, if you're looking for a specific thing, this is unfortunately this is what happens. Like, this is what you have to do if you want it to function. Well, not function, but if you want to have like if you want to be like, oh, that looks really cool. Like that is super different. That is not what I'm used to, then you have to you're going to have to take those negatives with the positives, which is fine. Well, for me it's fine. For me, I'm all I'm all for it. Because once I get her in there, I know it's going to be. I know it's going to be in there. It's just somebody at the factory was like messing with her, and it popped off, and then they popped it back on. And you're like, yeah, all right, just put it back in there. So her head articulation doesn't go up. This due to this, right? That's why they probably give you the shortness. Oh, she has a long neck peg, right? Oh my god, here we go with this. Now, oh, oh, the freaking ears. Well, the thing is that they're sized properly too. Jeez, man, this one's a she's a lot of work, people. She is she is a lot of work, fellow collectors. But is she worth it? I'm thinking she is, because she looks amazing, right? But that's the thing is, once you get all this armor off and everything, she'll look pretty cool. And it's interesting how they do it, on how they connect and make it. So posing wise is going to be interesting, right? Because it flares out, like all this stuff flares out. But again, it's on this like socket, right? So when our arm moves up, it moves up. But you have a you do have a bicep. So it swivels right here. It swivels at the at the wrist. That is interesting. And to my understanding, I think that there was something that on the side. It stated that the eyes move, and then so the connection on the waist uh, is not really there. Man, this is really. So you would have to pop her. All right, so there is a. Oh, there we go. Look, see, it popped off again. Yeah, that's interesting, man. So this is really really interesting how all this is done. Well, at least you get an in-depth look at how this is going. So there is the articulation there. Not a whole lot, but I think it's because of this belt. And then it's a soft plastic right there. So her buttocks area is a soft plastic. See, and then the curvature is sculpted on the actual leg. My only concern is like I got a bad feeling that this is going to be a one where once she's posed, then you can't really mess with her. But I think positive that's the way that it is, because this. So it is 17 and over. And I guess I do believe they consider these as more like figurines, right? Figurines and not figures themselves. So that's disheartening, to say the least. But here we go. This is what we're here for, right? And then this is how you guys make your judgment. Like, oh, do I really want that? Do I really want to deal with that? Do I really want to you know spend the money to have to do that, right? This is not a typical like legend or anything. Now this is way more um, detailed and um, definitely interactive. So you're, you're going to get involved. And it feels like it's in there, but then you do one wrong, I wouldn't say move, but one wrong twist, and yeah, unless it's just like mine, which is possible. I mean, you, how many did they produce? 10,000, maybe less, maybe more. Who knows? You know, I guess my mother-in-law's tired of hearing my voice. It's like, hey man, make her go downstairs. Go downstairs. So this one does come off, and then this faceplate does pop off. So you can see the crack right there. This is interesting. So if you're not, and then the other thing that makes this like the way it is, right, is the funding portion of it, right? Because it's not cheap. And you're like, well, I'm paying that much, and now I got to worry about that much. Do I want to deal with all that? If you want a really badass elf, bro, drop those funds. Deal with the deal. It's part of the thing. Look at her, man. She looks amazing, dude. Look at that. Once once you get it to where you want it, she looks really good. Really, really good. So, so um and then if you look at the elbow, right? There we go. If you look at the elbow, look at how thin it is. And this one's a little it's a little stronger, so so if you have fat hands like me, you're gonna have a hard time. But obviously you'll get there, right? And I haven't even messed with her hands to pop them off, pop them on, right? I just mess with her head, right? So I push it down a little, and then it goes like a bobble. But then you bring it back up, and then there it is. It stays in place, right? And then look at how easy her hair could come off. Then you have to concern yourself with the armament, or I should say, like the armor, her armor, right? But again, you pop the arm off, that comes out. You put this one in, you put the arm back in. Now you have a flesh. It's all flesh. So I don't know what like I don't know what like color this is gonna can be considered, because there's another one on 5K where you have the three elves, and then it's like light, warm, and whatever, like skin tone, so skin color. If this is light, then I understand, which makes sense. Like maybe they need to get out in some sun, get a little bit of pigmentation. I don't know. Just get a little darker. You're in the forest too much. Get out, get some sunlight, get some vitamin D in your life. So the issue that I can see that may is the feet, right? With these boot looking things, it may be a little tricky at first. You know, day drinking. I don't know. Being retired is good. So, hey, I know no one's on. You guys didn't expect me to figure it out and get it all situated, but I did. Here it is. So, um, I'm going to practice with this live thing and all this other stuff. But here it is, guys. This is how we're going to do this, man. It's like, it is what it is. That's how we roll, right? That's how we do it. I'll figure out how to get that camera. So then there's two, and then there's more of a view this way versus this way. And then this one will just be shot off. I'll put it up the side. You've watched content creators and how they do like the stream. You have different. So we'll figure it out. Don't worry about that. We will figure it out. And then I think it's going to be pretty cool. And then you guys can chitty chat and then talk smack. And then I'll try and answer your questions to the best of my ability. And then if I don't, man, hey, sorry. But she's a really, really good figure. I love this figure. I am happy I purchased this figure. I am going to continue to keep my order on the other three elves that I have, right? And she's super tall, dude. Super tall. Like she is tall. So like here's where I was talking about like, oh, can she stand and yada yada. Yes, yes she can. Right? Look at. But if she does, you know, you can have like a like a like an erector set falling down or something, or a bunch of Legos falling down, and then like all the pieces are all over the place. But yeah, she's good. But again, hey, hey, breaking the fourth wall, right? And then right. Yep, yep. There you go. So there we go, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys liked it. Sorry about the lighting and everything else, but hey, we're figuring this out. This is what we got to do, right? You got to figure it out. See how that light makes a huge difference, man. And in the meantime, um, this is Guardian of the Horde, Morna, the elven warrior who is going to be protecting my King Arthur. I say King Arthur because that's the easiest thing to say. And she will have her elven sisters with her to help with that. But here it is. We got a packaging. So let's do this. Let's open this up, right? What a day, man. So here's the my father-in-law's a trip. He is 80, 83. Still gets up, go does some side job with one of his buddies he knows. Doesn't come back until around noon. Eats lunch, goes to sleep. This dude doesn't understand the word retirement. But again, so like if you look at the description of how and what we talk about, it's to discuss business, right? Well, business is a mindset, and in most cases, it's what you do with that, right? So, if your business isn't working, then you're a worker. If your business is an owner, then you're owner, right? However you want to determine it. But this cat, he uh, he can't stop. Can't stop. He's been working so hard, and it is ingrained in him that if he doesn't, he's gonna stop. Crazy. Like stop. Like just what's the purpose of tomorrow if there's no work? Interesting, right? Interesting way of having a mindset. But again, he's 80 something years old. We're talking, he grew up, you know, in Ecuador when he was still running through the jungle and shit. Crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. Get your mind right, people. Get your mind right. You want to work for 20 years, you want to work for 30 years, whatever it may be. But you have to have your mind right because once it's done, you need to be set to continue to keep going. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. 10 years in the army, I knew I'm going to retire in 24. From that point on, I got my mind right. Here we go. Combatants fight for glory. Balatu, the big teeth. Here we go. This will be our next one. This will be our next one. Once I get everything situated as far as calendar wise, this will be our next open. And then hopefully I have that one. I'll be talking to you off of that one and reading the comments off of this one. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I hope you enjoyed the open. I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, look at this. All right, so here's her foot. Elves have some big feet. Right? Elves have some big feet. All right, that's all I gotta say. I guess it's for the state. It would have to be for stabilization, which makes sense. But I really hope you enjoyed it, Morna. It was a great buy for me. If you guys are ready for the work, I'm sure it'll be a great buy for you. Articulation is amazing. Detail is amazing. Like, it is all great, but there's that you're gonna work. You're gonna have to put a little effort into it, and I don't believe it's one that you'll get to mess with every day, especially in the feet and ankle area. If you do that, you know. So yeah, but I like it. I'm sorry. I'm over here gawking at her, but yeah, it's just again amazing. It's amazing. Really, really good figure, in my opinion. Great figure. Great figure. So I'd hope to get somebody else on this as soon as I figure out how it worked. Hope to get somebody else on there, and then we can both you know work in progress. Thanks for joining me on Lost. Go open some toys.